Sometimes dead is better.
Are we all going to behave ourselves tonight?
Nope.
Oh, God. Why? Why was the month of May so difficult for all three of us?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't either. I thought this was a perfectly smooth month till now.
There
Oh,
wasn't
till now.
Till
I
now.
quite enjoyed myself with this film.
I had some fun with this. See, I feel like this is the problem. He's trying to find a way to get underneath my skin.
Nope.
And he's
Me,
not
I didn't
going
pick
to.
this movie. I've never seen this movie, or I don't think I have.
Yeah, right. We're still in this. It's still not 100%
He's
sure.
trying to blame me for a misfire.
No.
I am not blaming you for anything, sir. You picked this movie. It's your own damn fault.
In my defense, I saw a picture of
Yeah, it was
like
a good picture.
5-foot wasp that was
Mhm.
practical. I went, well, obviously we need to do that, right?
Yeah.
Well, when we first saw that, we went, this looks interesting. Then we saw who was in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I will admit, I agreed because I was like, I haven't seen this. We did kind of put this off on Pete at first because Nate and I each picked a creature feature. So we're like, well, we'll just let Stung be Pete's because we're pretty sure he said he's seen it.
And then for an entire month, he kept going back and forth.
You picked a movie for me. Thanks,
Yeah.
assholes. We'll let Pete pick the next one, except it's the one that we pick for him.
If we would have let Pete pick a creature feature, the creature would not be in the movie whatsoever. It would have been like
You have
some sort of like
You have
butt
so little
monster.
faith in me. I would probably pick
I
alligator.
have almost you know, you can't fool me 3 times in a
Fool me
row.
once, shame on me. Fool me
Yeah.
twice, shame on you. Or how does that go? I don't know.
Pete,
If I
Pete
buy
got to
a
pick
lemon
the next action.
from
I
you,
did. I picked an action movie.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that later because it's not
Yeah.
right now.
No, it's not right now.
Gentlemen, what did we
What were
pick
you
this
saying
month?
about lemons? What is he babbling about over there?
like if he was a car salesman and he sold me a lemon, I'm not going to go back to him for my cars. So when it comes to Pete and his movie picking, I don't want to go back to him because he sells us lemons, Charlie.
Look, you have no idea what I have to show you in the future. So let's talk about this movie tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Stung?
Nate, what did you pick? What movie did you pick for me to pick?
I made you pick 2015 Stung with Lance Hendrickson.
Thanks for that. Lance Hendrickson. Yes, Lance Hendrickson was in this movie, and the movie is called Stung.
Right. And you know what? Let's get everyone else on the same page we are. Let's hit this trailer real quick.
Did you see that? There are these massive wasps flying around here. You should be careful. Ow! They're like this. They're huge. Avoid everything here. It's bad.
Oh, poor baby.
Thank you all for coming. And for leaving the kids at home.
Help! I think something bit him.
Get inside right now!
Oh, gosh.
What the hell just happened? Those bees.
They're not bees. Those are wasps.
Bees, wasps. How the hell can all of this be happening?
How do I know when you'll be back?
You don't.
Who did it? Help me.
You know, just by the sound of that movie, you think I should like it.
Yeah, now this is what's interesting. Not all three of us have done a cold watch in a while.
True.
So, Pete, you go first.
Okay.
I mean, when you picked this movie,
Damn it, Nate.
How did you decide that, this is the one to bring to the table?
Because I was told by Nate that it was picked for me. Now I will get this off my chest. I do think I've seen this because there were some beats in this film that I'm like, that sure is familiar. And I haven't watched a lot of giant wasp movies, so if I don't have a lot to remember, then well, maybe it's just my brain. So I'm pretty sure I've seen it there, but I know for sure I haven't seen the end. So we got that going. Got that going for me.
Yeah.
This isn't a
You
good
had
movie,
too many
fellas.
beers.
This isn't a good, or I was whatever. It doesn't matter. This isn't a good movie, but I think there is some fun to be taken out of it. There's some practical effects that were a lot
Charlie's
of fun.
making this like he's smelling a
There
fart face.
was well, I might be farting. I had asparagus earlier, so there's some
could be
gross
it.
pee going on.
Smell a podcast? Is that what we're trying to break
yes,
into?
this is the
Smell-o-vision.
smello podcasting.
We're not a visual format here.
Right now we are.
If we can stick to the visuals, the practical effects, I think this is a banger of a movie. If we have to talk about the cast and their acting and like just who they are, I think we should not talk about that. Let's
but we
focus
have
on the
have
good.
to talk
let's,
about
let's
that
focus on the
because
good.
there are
I'm
points to
in
be made that
I need to
started
be
at
in
the
a
beginning of the
positive
month.
mood tonight. I've had a rough week. I need to be positive. I don't want to focus on anything negative tonight.
All right, guys,
Especially-
we're going to do Cube 2 instead.
Okay. This
We'll
is
keep it as
this
positive as we can.
this does feel like an 80s creature feature for a couple of reasons. There's a lot of practical puppetry going on, and it's really bitching. It's really good.
Yeah.
The gore
Oh,
here
agreed.
is at a high level. This gore is
Agreed.
a 9 on our scale for sure.
Hmm.
The CG in there isn't bad, but the CG in it had to be done because you just couldn't do a lot of that with practical effects.
And that was the thing, like when you see some of the Wasp movements, it's like, I get why you did CG there because
Mhm.
there's no way you'll be able to make a
You couldn't-
puppet move that quickly.
Right. It would have looked very
Like,
silly.
yeah.
At best, it would have looked silly. At worst, it would have been laughable.
Now you could have also just changed the scene a bit to where it's like you just don't see the Wasp do that. But
Sure.
then I think you would probably lose like what was supposed to be a person getting
The,
chased.
the attempt at being scary. Yeah.
Yeah, because like
Uh,
with Jaws, it works because you have ocean to kind of cover it.
Like,
yeah,
This
vastness,
you just have,
it could be anywhere. Yeah.
yeah, you have a house.
I also thought it felt like an 80s creature feature because you had a strong female character that got pushed aside by a complete jackass man. And oh boy, does this Paul dude have the most punchable face that I've seen in a very long time. This character has
yeah.
very little redeeming qualities. He's just a whiny little bitch. He's kind of like Luke Skywalker in A New Hope. Like, oh, I'm going to go get power converters at the Tashi station. Meow, meow, meow. Would you just do your job and try to be a hero? I thought for sure that when this movie started, that since this gal owned her own catering business and she seemed to be powerful, she took her shirt off in the van as they're going on, just as like, this is no big deal, taking my shirt off, putting my work uniform on. A little weird, a little gratuitous. It's fine. I thought that she was comfortable in herself, and then as the movie goes on, she's kind of a damsel in distress, or maybe not even that, less than a damsel in distress, more like a side thought, not even a side kick. That made me very sad. I thought she could have been a bitchin' Ripley or Nancy, and she was none of those two. She was just a flower on the wall. It was sad.
A solid point, because I feel the same way with all these characters where at the beginning of the month, we start out with Trimmers.
Mhm.
And excellent bromance, everyone, right?
Yeah.
And like excellent use of practical effects and just all around a well-rounded script.
Yep.
Then when we did Deep Star 6, I wasn't a fan of it because I felt like I was watching people at work for an hour before things started to kick in.
Yes.
That was
Yeah,
my
like
problem
the first
with
20
it.
minutes of this movie.
Hey,
Yes.
you know
100%.
what, though? At least after 20 minutes, the Wasp actually show up, and you don't have to deal with 40 more minutes of bullshit science jargon.
There
Point
wasn't 40
Nate,
more
point,
minutes.
point Charlie, point Nate.
It
I
wasn't.
mean,
He's being
you're at
that's
15-15 right
exaggerative.
now. Let's go.
That was
And it took an
exaggerative.
hour and 3 minutes for that damn thing to show up. And then he
People
hid in
had
the
died.
water for another 15 minutes.
People
Gentlemen,
had died.
But
It's fine. Let him do his thing.
Paul is the most
oh my God.
unlikable character.
Yes. The most
And-
unlikable hero ever.
The fact that Julia is also cast to the side, so it doesn't take the Trimmers formula, which is strange. This movie does do an excellent job with practical effects and blood, but it has its slow moments, like the whole cellar scene is just slow. But it also reminds me of Crabs, but I'm like, but we all like Crabs, but Crabs had charm to it. And the big thing
Yes.
is you like the characters in Crabs.
Yes.
And this one, I don't care about the characters.
No.
So if anything happens to them, I don't feel like as, everyone's getting picked off and it's left to just Paul and Julia that I care.
No one had any redeeming value to them. It was a party. It was a private party, private rich people party, and no backstories were given. I mean, I don't think Paul and oh my goodness, I don't even remember the gal's
Julie.
name now. Thank you very much. I don't think we got a lot of backstory on them either.
Just that her
sh-
dad died.
her dad died. They never went anywhere with that. She owned this small catering company. I got a lot of problems with how the catering went. I worked in food service for 10 years. A lot of problems with what was going on there. Anyway.
Oh, don't worry. There's another character that wasn't in this movie, but he would also have a lot of problems with it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And it was just, I didn't care. Like you said, Nate, I didn't care about anybody. And that is a terrible flaw in any movie that you just don't care. I wanted to hate somebody. I hated Paul just because he was such a douchebag, not because he was a villain at all. You want to hate the
Right.
villain. You don't want to hate your hero. Even an anti-hero, you want to sort of root for them. You couldn't root for him because he was such an asshole.
No, he wasn't even a fun, lovable stoner.
No, give me the musician that was there. He was kind of a, not really, but I liked him better than Paul. That's for sure. He was a stoner. He brought the joint, and Paul didn't even ask Julia if she wanted to go smoke with him.
That's right. But that's his boss.
And there's that also.
They're like boss
Yeah.
adjacent.
But it's also food service, so that's not an
Everybody's
unusual thing to
high.
happen.
Charlie's being really quiet. This whole
everybody's high.
conversation is being super weird right now.
Yeah,
God damn it,
I'm
Charlie,
a
speak
little
up.
uncomfortable with
Yeah, I
Charlie's
know.
silence. I'm not used to running this show, and I'm not sure if I'm doing it justice
It's
at all.
only because I just gave, Deep Star 6 some hell. He's been holding this grudge. And
Nope.
for some reason, he thinks
No
that getting
grudges.
mad at Stung is going to
My-
get at me. And it's not, because I'm just like, it exists.
Everything
know-
about this movie is bad except for the practical effects, and that's all I really want to talk about. So-
You guys were making some great points. I didn't want to
Were
step
we?
on
Okay,
toes.
thanks.
All you had to
I
do
was-
was, interject, because now it's going
I
to feel
do.
lopsided
Just
to the
interject.
left.
Supposed to know
well,
what you did.
Does
Interject.
I don't know. Does that mean
now
you
all we sound like is Sims. What's going on tonight, fellas? There's no energy here.
I got all kinds of energy. I just haven't felt like there's a door open
This
for me
feels
to speak.
like there is dad energy going on where he's just going to nap in the recliner at any moment.
Mhm.
No, I'm
or
good.
or Scoldus tells it, get inside. It's getting
Yeah.
dark out. It's time for dinner.
I mean,
Anyway.
I'm ready to talk. If you
Hey
guys
Charlie, what do you
Hi.
think about this? With this bad movie. This
This
is a
bug
This is
movie?
a bad movie. This is a bad bug movie.
So
I-
I have
Lay it on us.
I have a soft spot for creature features. I have always enjoyed these type of movies from the 80s, the 90s, from Mosquito to Ticks. Pete brought Slugs last year, which I absolutely adored.
Man, that was a good one.
Squirm, Slither. I mean, I
Yeah,
love
Slither.
ooey gooey creature movies that don't shy away from gore, there's usually a ton of boobs, but this one for some reason didn't feel the need to put a bunch of boobs. They have a girl that her IMDb picture is basically her in lingerie. She's not nude in this at all. It's like,
Give me something.
where were you putting
You're
anything?
right.
So here's the thing. Nate
Where are
brought
you
this
supposed
up.
to get naked in the middle of a dinner party, gentlemen?
She took her shirt off in the van, for heaven's
Right.
sake.
There was that. But there, that's the beauty of these type of movies. They find a way. They always find a way.
Life finds a way.
Exactly.
Boob finds a way.
Nookie finds a way.
So I was looking forward to this because when we picked it, I didn't know how Nate felt about all these other movies that
when
we
Nate
covered
picked
this
it,
month.
to be fair.
Yeah,
when
Nate
Pete
did bring it
picked
to the
it.
table.
I did not pick this.
Um,
Sorry. Please
so-
continue, Charlie. I apologize.
ultimately, I'm pissed off at this movie because there is no reason I shouldn't love this movie.
Agreed.
There's no reason this shouldn't have been a home run for me because it should have done it. My issue is it just isn't. I was flipping through here because from the last time I did any research on it before I watched it, it said horror comedy. And I was like, where's
no
the
comedy.
comedy?
Yeah, right.
There's
No
no comedy. So I was looking, you know how IMDb will put like the little, like, is it action? Is it this? Is it that? Someone else didn't know because they literally put under Stung action, adventure, comedy, horror, sci-fi, and thriller, all as their descriptives. That's called they don't know what to call this movie.
Well, it's supposed to be like a sci-fi horror because you're
It's
dealing
not,
with
there's not
mutated
sci-fi. There's no well, okay, there's mutate, but it's
So it's
really not
definitely,
sci-fi.
it's definitely got heavy-handed stuff in, like Eight-Legged Freaks,
Oh, yes. Oh,
Starship
so good.
Troopers.
Yep.
There's a ton of influence in this movie. The practical effects are glorious beyond any right this movie has to have.
Agreed.
Like, that's where it all went.
That's
But-
where this movie can be frustrating because
Yeah.
it gets so many things right,
No,
but
it gets
also
one thing right.
doesn't.
It gets
That's all you
one
need in a
thing.
monster movie is practical effects.
Right. Well, you would
That's all you
think
need.
that. But if there's nothing to drive the movie, which is a
Right.
piss poor script, like
Yeah.
this script is garbage. I want to know that the dead husband of the rich people was having experiments and that entire basement cellar was a lab.
Yes.
Or the
yes.
lab was adjacent to the property, not some dumb shit explanation about fertilizer.
Mhm.
That doesn't tell me anything about
Well, no, he was
where
mixing
these
the
things.
chemicals with the fertilizer, and that's what created them.
Right,
I was fine
fertilizer.
with that,
Right.
and then
No,
just him
it-
being like, mama's boy, like that was all fine with me. It like that didn't bother me. The setting didn't bother
was
me,
shit.
but it also hit me when watching this. The wasps were outside because I didn't watch the trailer or anything. When they went inside, I went, "Oh yeah, that does kind of make sense. That's where you would have to take this story, because if not, you'd be outside with all the wasps and you would die."
There
So
are
now we
a
were
ton
forced
of
inside, and that's where I was just like, "Oh, well, that's not quite fun because now all you gotta do
See-
is just like hold out inside the house."
here's the problem. I know you guys have not watched some of the movies I have. I know you haven't seen Ticks. I know you haven't seen Mosquito. Those are not set inside. That's part of the thing of the peril is being outside and having nowhere to go. So
But
you are
the
trying to, you're
location
either
of this
hiding in a
was-
car, you're hiding in an outbuilding you found, maybe a house, but it's not exactly fortified like a mansion
Mhm.
in the middle of nowhere, that the only way you could bring in the bee, the wasp, was to sting the son, which I have some issues with that too, which should have led more into the dad experimenting, which would have been a better explanation for him having like the hunchback lump on his
Yep.
shoulder, why the wasp comes only out of his shoulder,
Oh my
not
God.
bursting through him like it does for every other person.
But I love that so much.
It's cool.
Yeah, like that's
I
where it's
love
like-
the Master Blaster. I love it was totally cool,
Yeah.
but it didn't make sense. Then now the wasp is controlling him
Mhm.
psychically,
Sort of. Yeah. Mhm.
sort of.
Well, I
They're
figure
sort of
because
a
he technically
symbiotic.
created them that they did kind of see him as a motherly figure.
He didn't create him.
Well, I
The
mean, he's the one
dad
that
did.
mixed
He's the
the
son.
fertilizer and stuff. So, but the
These
son
are
is the one that did all that.
Yeah, that's the son that has the hump. That's who that is. The dad's dead. He's gone.
No,
That's
what I'm
the
saying though is the son is the one that mixed the fertilizer
Yes.
with the chemicals. So
Correct.
technically, he's the one that created the wasp.
They wouldn't
So
have
that's
known
where I
that.
see that
The
the
way
wasp
this
find him. Like the dad's just a throwaway character.
that doesn't make any sense.
he's dead,
though.
so he's
It's like,
totally a
Yeah,
throwaway
like
character.
But
the
that's where
son's
I'm
the one that
saying-
takes care of the greenhouse.
it needed to be explained as a better vehicle for this.
Yeah.
That there was an explanation to why this particular family, why this like it was like in Slugs. There was an old nuclear basic factory
under the
that was
mall.
under everywhere. That this rural town had a sewer system
Oh.
the size of France, but
Right.
they at least did that. This one, it's like one got out and
Mhm.
stung a bee and burst another one out, which I'm pissed off about that beginning. You should have saved the whole bursting out
Mhm.
till it did
Yeah.
it to the first person.
Yeah.
Because
the
once I
cougar,
saw
yeah.
that little animated CGI bee and it burst out the back, I go, "Oh,
That's
they're
gonna
gonna
happen.
pop out of
Mhm.
everyone," and it
Mhm.
killed it. It honestly, that bug that excuse the pun, it bugged me.
Well
that
done, sir. I see what you did there.
I should have had this whoa, oh shit moment. That it
I
was. It
mean,
was like
I definitely didn't think 3-foot wasps were gonna burst out of people though.
I did.
was-
I was told
Oh, sure.
I did
because
not
I'd
expect
already
that.
seen the picture of the
When
big
it happened,
wasp.
it was just like, oh shit.
When
Wow,
when we picked this, we saw the big wasp in the picture. So as soon as I saw that little wasp pop out of there, I went, "Well, that's why they're big. They're going to pop out the people."
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
mean, I instantly
I am
I was
gonna
like-
say Charlie's favorite line. I watched the movie. Now
So
I
did
may
I.
not own the Shout Factory one of it,
No, don't bother.
so
hell no.
I
don't
can't
wanna own
mention
this.
that 13 more times like Charlie likes to do when he owns the Shout
Oh my
Factory.
God.
That's
Oh
because
my
I'll
goodness.
watch all the
But-
extras.
But I did
my
watch
goodness.
the movie.
Don't
And you
fight
see,
kids.
they mix the manure with the chemicals, and that's why they're big bugs. That's it.
That's okay, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Th-
totally
this
cool.
movie,
And
this
then the
movie had-
location setting was just a large damn mansion. That's
Yeah.
it.
Just
Now,
dumb.
Pete, I'm sorry.
This-
What were you saying?
this movie had all the right beats. Like it was a mansion, it was a catered facility. There was chemicals involved. There's a monster on the loose. It had all the right beats, and it still failed.
It had the
miserably.
ingredients,
It had
and
the-
they didn't
yeah.
know how to mix them.
And they
like
they put too much of this in and not enough of that in.
Yeah,
and
it's like
it
if
was-
you had all the
they were
ingredients for
making
a
the cake.
cake and
Yeah.
you threw the box away and you couldn't get the box back out.
Right,
Because
right.
You're
you
just
felt
like
the,
throw
yeah.
a little bit of this and throw a
you
little bit
put
of
the
that.
eggshells on top of the box. You don't want to touch them again.
Right, yeah.
It's-
And then
it's
you're
so
like,
sad.
I don't know how long it needs
Yeah.
to stay in the oven.
It's just
feel
I
so
don't know what
sad.
temperature it needs to be in the oven.
You saw all the right components, all
Yeah.
in the right
And
spots,
the cake didn't bake.
and you burned the damn thing.
Yeah, it's
You
crispy.
burned
Literally
it, but you
crispy.
also didn't cook it. Which
It
then
was-
you're just like,
Right,
how?
It's still liquid in the middle, and it's
Exactly.
all charred
It's-
on the
it's
outside. for
completely
sure.
burnt.
And you're just looking at your cake going, well, I don't know how that happened.
Well, I'll be. I suppose
Well-
500 degrees is a bad
And
is a
that-
bad
Will at
temperature for
first.
cake.
That's what pissed me off. Not
Right.
that I wanted to own Nate. I wanted to like this movie because I should have liked this movie.
Right. We
It
all should like this
also
movie.
had
Yeah.
Lance Hendrickson in it, which
Yes.
and honestly, it was more than a cameo, which I was really happy with. I
Yeah.
was like, he was
did
there.
shit.
Now,
Mhm.
he wasn't there a long time for filming, so I'm sure they like sped his stuff
I
along.
think he was there for like what, a few days or something.
I think at most a week he was
Well, okay,
there.
Okay, yeah.
Which this wouldn't have been a very long shoot because of all of the
No.
CG.
no.
Mhm.
But there is practical here, and I will not disparage the practical. What I will say about the practical is you missed some of the golden opportunities
Oh,
that if you have Lance Hendrickson in your movie and he gets drug under a wall while half of him's still sticking out, you know what a person like me is expecting?
you tear 'em
You
apart.
better bishop that dude
Yeah.
in half. And they didn't. The bee picks at his legs and that's it. That's all you get is basically
then you
kind of
get-
like,
boo.
A tiny blood splatter onto the
yeah,
guy.
that was
Now,
it. I'm like,
what was
no.
interesting, and I keep going back to like Tremors, was just the fact of like, it's the characters. It goes for gore, and that's PG-13. This one's R, you know?
Yeah,
And
but
this one
PG-13 did it better.
had moments of great
Uh-huh.
gore. It did. And then
Oh,
it
it
had other
did.
moments where you're just like, give me just a little bit more. Like, and then I think on crabs. I'm like, well, why did crabs lurk? Because when one of those crabs bit someone in the face, mountains of blood poured from their
They
face.
sold it.
Yep.
They sold
You know, and they sold it. And this one couldn't make up its mind. And it was just weird. Like, maybe they were running out of money at certain points or something like that. And then we look at a movie like Creature that we just did for
Mhm.
the Tubi Files, and that was a movie that was very, very low budget, but like it was so dedicated to wanting to be a good movie despite everything around it being bad that it worked, you know?
Right. Like
Okay,
I don't
okay.
get the heart that Creature had in Stung. Stung
Yeah.
was literally like they took notes from all these other Creature movies that everyone knows and everyone loves,
It works.
and it works, but
Yeah.
they go, well, what can we do different? And everything that they did different is what made it suck worse. Like you took away you took Julie out of her position of power in this
Oh,
movie.
that
She
made me
should
so
have
angry.
been
Yeah.
Yeah.
She should have been
the
not the
lead one
final
on
girl,
here.
but the
But they
Ripley
made
of the
The
right.
damsel
Paul
in distress.
Paul never comes off as a hero, even though
No.
technically he's our final dude.
He's
He
supposed
is
to have a character arc of being the dumb stoner
the
who
screw
then
up.
arises above
Yeah.
the
Gosh,
occasion.
Nate, I think you hit the nail on the head there. 'Cause he had no story arc. He went from stoner dumbass to Ash Williams.
But
I
he
wouldn't even
didn't
give him that
deserve
much
it,
credit.
because
Yeah.
but
yeah.
I'm
And
saying like
I know what
made,
you're
he made
saying,
a
yeah.
leap that there was no reason for a leap.
He
there.
should have been Ash Williams at the end of this movie, but the problem is he did that arc and he hit a wall.
Yeah.
And the issue is they harped way too much on this forced romance that he was
Ugh.
trying to have with Julie. Like that was BS. Like Jackie and I
That
both,
was
when we were
so
watching this,
forced.
we were that's exactly what we were saying. I was like, this feels so forced. Like she's not into you, dude. Let it go. Like you can't pull the whole Keanu Reeves and Speed with Sandra Bullock here. It's
right.
not gonna work.
She took her shirt off in front of you in the van. That means you're my brother.
Right.
That's-
She
that's-
does not
you
see
are
you
you are
any
so
other way.
in the friend zone or the employee zone, although that's a weird employee thing to do. But you are so in the friend zone that she's comfortable enough changing her shirt.
Yeah.
And
In a bra,
and
people. There's no nudity in this
it,
movie. Like you
right,
said.
sadly.
You know,
Um,
but you're right.
it's a great bra.
There is there once
It's
again,
nice.
Jackie and I going,
Very
oh,
lacy.
Pete's pissed.
I
as soon as
totally.
we saw that. But it was just it was nothing. And then we go and we're introduced to this like party that she's having to host. And I agree with Pete. These are the worst caterers ever. So it's like you didn't even go follow a catering company for one job. You thought all they brought is all of the little hot dish things that you light on fire for
the canned fuel. Yeah.
canned
I've
fuel.
been to like 3
'Cause
weddings. Isn't that all they bring? Is that and the food?
they didn't bring the food. There was nothing in
No,
that
they were
van.
preparing the food in the kitchen.
The kitchen, the help had everything in there. And then they tried to have this connection with the passed away dad that apparently the lady there knew him because they always do this dinner party, I guess, every year.
Mhm,
Well, it's like
that's what-
even
yeah.
at once a year, they felt like this was they knew each other a lot closer than just, oh, you do our party every year. That's not like, oh, your dad was such a good, no,
Mhm.
it was none of that.
Well, I think
And
one of the
you've
things-
left one whole guy to set up your entire dinner party outside, which
Oh, my-
irritated the
I-
shit out of me.
Well,
I
that was
really
what I was
don't
gonna
want to
say.
talk about the failings of this catering company.
Yeah, go
Well,
for it.
No, I don't, because it's
Uh,
boring.
Here, well, no, I don't think it's boring. I think this is where you could interject how the movie could have improved upon itself. This catering party only has 2 workers,
You don't
and
have
they're
2
working at a
workers
mansion.
for
You
a
need 6 people. That's what you should have had.
minimum.
You would have
Right.
gave us, if this movie would have gave us 6 of the actual workers in the movie, and then we get to see them as a team slowly getting dispatched, that is where it would have been more impactful. We would have
Right.
cared about these characters because
Nate,
they're
But
you're
you
writing
know-
this. You're writing a better movie for sure.
and
But
they
you
would
know
have
what
been slowly
they-
getting taken out, and then that's where you could have had Julie being the leader.
Where's
Like, it's not just she's a boss; she's the leader of this
yeah,
company.
where's
She
where's
mentions in the
Bob?
beginning of the
Where's
movie that
Susie?
she really wants to succeed.
Right.
So this would be the character arc for Julia, is seeing her, rise above the occasion, taking
Take
down the Wasp,
control.
and trying to keep her team alive. Meanwhile, your party residents, those are the ones that you kill off
They're the fodder.
sparingly. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They're,
And then
they're
that
the
way,
ones
when you
for the
do
blood.
kill members of the team, you have more of an impact. But
the
But
comedy-
you have
because
to
you
you have to
decide-
get me involved with them though. I have
Yes.
to know which one's the screw up, which one's the
Mhm.
try
Oh, they're-
hard.
and that's
all
what
which
would have
ones
made it
for
more
sure.
fun, where
Yeah.
they try to put, the entire Scooby-Doo gang
Mm-hmm.
into Paul, and you're just like, I do not like this guy
No.
at all. He comes across so obnoxious, and I don't know if it's the actor's fault or it's just the way that character is written. But when you're forcing me with these two people that we know is going to be our final gal and girl, or
Yeah.
that we know is going to be our final guy and gal, it kind of takes away the stakes of everything else at play in the movie.
Yeah.
Lance Henderson's in the movie.
This
We
this
know
is-
he's going to die.
Yeah. But
Right.
That's
this is
guaranteed.
also, I feel like this is what they thought they were doing is this is how they were going to force in the comedy, because during this whole setup is all of the stupid slapsticky way he was acting as he was trying to set up a table and
None-
fall down. He
none
was
of it was
doing
funny.
juggling outside to impress her. And she literally goes, not if he was the last guy, not if he was this. And so you have established twice now that there's no hope for this
No
dude,
hope for you.
and they
Right.
force it throughout the movie. The comedy falls on its face because I don't even want to call it comedy, but their
No.
attempt at comedy falls on its face. The pianist was he should have been the comic relief. They killed him off way too fast. He should have made it back in the
Oh,
house.
but they killed him off so well.
It was cool
It was
kill.
a great cool. But,
Oh,
just
guess what?
delayed
When
with
you
it.
have that guy
kill-
being surrounded by 2 giant wasps, you're just like, oh yeah, here we go,
But that could have been any other
Mm-hmm.
nameless guest at the party and still been a cool kill. You
Oh, yeah.
needed that character in the cellar with them, because all you have is the son, our 2 leads, and Lance Henriksen. And the son doesn't want anything to do with it because he's already kind of guilty that he thinks he's the cause of it. Lance is drunk the entire
Yes.
time, drinking as it goes, and our 2 leads that have no idea what they're doing. The dude tries to do a heroic move to go outside to get the keys that fall out of his pocket. I'm like, come on.
I
Can we
hate
not
that
have
movie.
any other
Oh, I hate
type of vehicle to get them out? Now, I'm not talking vehicle as in an actual vehicle. I
No,
mean
no, yeah.
story plot to get him outside for some reason. There again, zero stakes in this movie whatsoever. And then they smash everything in your face when the Paul goes outside, and our foreshadowing to his weapon of choice is an ice pick. And I literally, if you could hear my eyes roll when that happened, because
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, because he
And
needs a
ice
stinger
pick.
too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the whole thing
See,
was.
I was cool with that because that allowed for some green blood.
There was already goo and green blood, but I was like,
But
he could have given him anything other than an ice pick, just so it was stinger on stinger.
But
That's
that was
all that was
because
for.
He used the ice pick earlier to actually pick ice. I watched the movie, Charlie.
Did you?
I watched the
Did
movie.
you?
I don't know
Yeah.
if you did.
Oh, I watched it.
I'm out of this.
I could. You
He
want me
hasn't
to go-
reminded us enough, so I will remind people.
Okay.
I
sure.
watched the movie.
So Nate, as I watched this movie, because don't forget, I watched it because I wanted to really give it a chance and pay attention to this. While I don't have the Shout Factory copy, I did do some
Did
research.
you order the Kino though?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
like Kino.
What about the Vinegar Syndrome?
If it's on Shout Factory, the other ones don't get it. Do you not do boutique DVDs, Nate? You freaking noob.
I was trying to name
Boutique.
drop as many boutiques as I could.
I'm trying to get us sponsored, but if you don't appreciate my efforts, then
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
knock it off,
Yeah.
Nate.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry.
Not to
Arrow-
you know, I
Arrow
did
Video
watch this.
sponsor us, please.
I watched this on
Severin
Tubi.
Films.
Tubi.
Yeah. Tubi.
Yep,
Tubi. You know this is
could
on
have been a
Tubi.
Tubi file. It really could have.
I wish it was.
But then Pete had to go and pick it for his creature feature month.
God damn it, Nate! You pick this for me. I'm not letting you pick any
Look,
more
all
movies
right,
for me.
here's what sucks. All right, I'll eat crow, gentlemen. After the previous episode where I said all I do is pick bangers, and then I picked this.
Yeah. I knew you were setting yourself up hard,
You know,
man.
sometimes you have a misfire, but there was some saving grace in this with the core. And we all agree with that.
The gore
I
is
hate,
cool.
I hate doing a whole episode where all we do is drag on a movie. That's not why I want to do this podcast.
No,
I'm not that type of
no,
person.
no, no.
I can't
That's
do
what
it mentally.
happens. That's what happens when we do cold watches, though.
This is true.
Because
It's
you,
true.
it's literally a 50-50
It's a
shot.
crapshoot.
Then also, you know, when we have these movies that slip underneath the radar that are modern, and we wonder like, oh, how did that one slip by us? And then we watch it and we go,
I'm starting to
That's
realize
why.
how it slipped by
that's why it
us.
slipped by us, because it's like it didn't make enough of an impact.
Nobody talks about it.
When Charlie
None.
was over, we watched the movie Officer Down that was directed by Clown from Slipknot.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect
Oh.
example of a movie that's trying to be this grindhouse action movie.
Yeah.
And there's some good like head explosions peppered in the movie, but for the most part, you're just kind of left going, that's not that great. You know?
It was another
This
one
is
where I'm sitting
just
there.
okay.
We're sitting there going, this is what I would do to improve it. And that's what I found myself
Mhm,
doing in
mhm.
this movie was this is what I would do to improve it. And here, even though we're glowing about a lot of the practical effects were cool, but if you can't make good decisions even with the practical effects, then it's a throwaway. They're tied together, but there was one particular wasp that they chose to leave a head attached as it progressed through, which was
It was
cool.
on its
awesome.
limb
its
or on its
leg.
foot or something, and it would walk around, and it had
You just have the
the
face
person
of the
it
human.
burst
Right.
from.
So
was-
here's my
oh,
issue
man.
with that. Any other time that is done in a movie, say like Tremors, say like any of these others,
Well, it's
that
Strike
is
with the
usu-
mohawk, right?
exactly. That is usually your main
Yeah.
antagonist creature.
That's the
They did it
This-
twice though in this movie.
What do you mean they did
for
it twice?
faces. There were two faces.
Yep, they did it
Oh.
with the blonde who was talking about her husband, and then they did it again with
Oh, the cougar. You mean
the maid.
the maid did? Oh, I missed
Yep.
that.
So
I
you
know
had
the
two
cougar
different
was-
ones
Remember
that
the
had
maid?
faces.
I don't. I
The
thought
one
it
that
fell
was
off of
inside the house. No,
I know the one that was in the house, but I thought
Mhm.
the face fell off of it really fast.
no,
like it was
she had
there
hers as well.
because
Like, you could just see it.
the cougar one shows up like 3 times.
Yeah.
But it's a normal bug. Now here's my thing. You set up something trying to make this either you thought it was funny or you're trying to set something up and it failed. Like there was no reason for that face to be on there. The face didn't fall off the leg and land on Paul's face or something. You know,
Right.
so he's
Right,
wearing
that would have been funny.
that would have been funny. I would have changed this up a little bit. If you wanted this to mark the big baddie, there was a moment when the mom, the elderly lady,
Mhm,
took over and the wasp bursts out of her. She is wearing jewelry. She is wearing all this stuff. There's a moment
Oh,
as
yes.
it's busting through that you see her necklace fall off of it. I went, the necklace should have been around the wasp's head. Like,
Head, yep.
that would have been the marker
Like-
for her
like
to
now-
be the queen
Now
wasp.
you're the matriarch, and you're gonna create a hive
Yes.
or something. Yeah.
That
yeah, yeah.
that should have been the
I-
big red
well done.
wasp
Yep,
that was
yep.
standing outside, and it all because
That's
it would have
the
thrown back
queen
to like
alien. Yeah.
yeah, it would have even thrown back to like it would have thrown back to like even Dead Alive. You
Oh,
know,
sure.
the mom
Yep.
is here, you know, causing chaos. It's standing on top of the house at the end when Paul's outside.
Right.
But they fail. They completely fail and just miss all of these marks that would have been like for us, it would have been this moment of, oh, that's cool. I get
Oh
what
my
you're
God.
doing.
This movie could have been so good.
It could
And
have.
it just wasn't.
I still feel like you almost, if you could have kept all of the CG and practical that you did, but just redid the lines, the dialogue, and just a couple of additional shots.
Well, it's like the
This
perfect
it-
example of tinkering. You know, you get your
Yeah.
first draft, then you go back through and you do your second
Mhm,
draft, then you
mhm.
go back through and do your third draft, and then eventually, you get
Was
to
this the rough draft,
final.
Nate?
That's my question. Was
could've
this
been.
their
Right.
final? Was this their rough? I mean, look,
we don't have time. This is
no, we
cut,
we
print, go.
love independent movies, and normally I don't like shitting on movies that are basically considered
Agreed. Yep.
independent.
Yes.
But when we can't shy away from things though, when it's like you really didn't do the job right. Like if this was maybe your first ever venture, I have a hard time believing this was whoever did this' first ever. That's a lot of money in
no,
practical.
this
That's
is
a
this
lot
is
of
a
money in
polished
actors.
film.
Yes.
There are actors that are actually actors.
I think this
The
is
practical
IFC.
effects are
This is
IFC.
distributed at least by
Yeah.
IFC, I think.
Oh,
This
yeah.
was this director's first film.
Was it
The rest
Was
he
it?
just did short films. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't
Yeah.
do any
This
research on it.
felt way more higher, like Pete said, almost polished than some of what we're used to.
It was at the very least a medium level director. This
Well,
was not
I-
a first time job. This was not a James Cameron job either. This was someone that was working their way up through the system, and they're just
This may have been their
They-
director debut, but they've
right,
been in the
right. They had pretty people in it.
This
They had
was better
fairly
polished
good
than
acting in it.
this was
and this-
better polished than Cocaine Bear, honestly. Like there, I could see that this movie.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. Cocaine Bear. I just watched that again.
It was
is.
better polished than Cocaine Bear. There's a lot of roughness still in Cocaine Bear. The CG
Nah.
still a little no.
Like
The CG still a little janky.
The
in
CG's
spots.
a little dodgy. A
the
couple
CG
places, yeah.
is, but I feel like that's done on purpose in Cocaine Bear.
Why
Possibly.
would you do it on purpose in Cocaine Bear?
Because it's funny.
Yeah, because it's exactly. Like it's cartoonish.
No, I
It's
feel
outlandish.
like Stung.
Can
is
we do
more
Cocaine Bear next
polished.
week?
We already did.
We should
Cocaine
have done
Bear.
Cocaine Bear
Did
this
we do
week.
co-
That's what we should have done.
Can we do Cocaine Bear again?
No, because Nate's going to find a way to back out of that one too. So
I'll go
Damn
back
it,
to
Nate.
Vegas.
Oh yeah, you go back to Vegas, right? Oh, that's right. We did. That's right.
Pete
Charlie and I
never
are sitting here
remembered.
looking at each other like, what are we talking about?
No.
We've never been around each other without the buffer, Fred. What do we do?
And
Nate's
I was
the-
friends with
Nate's the-
Pete before Nate.
right. Nate's the gooey caramel that
Yeah,
keeps this
I
podcast
thought we
together.
were-
I'm the
determined Pete
ingredient
was
that
the
keeps
creamy
this
center.
cake
Oh, that's right.
together.
You know what?
I
We
say,
need.
you know what? Let's just go to commercial. I got an
Yeah.
idea for when
Let's
we
go to
come
commercial.
back.
Right, right.
Yeah,
Let's reset.
this is chaos.
Did you play a cake commercial?
No, I didn't know we were
Should
going that
be.
way.
I didn't know either.
Oh no, they're getting away.
It's the foot soldier riding Killer Bee, Shredder's gigantic mega mutant. They're buzzing off with a stolen top secret isotope. How will the turtles ever stop them?
You're asking me?
With Needle Nose, the turtles' own mega mutant, the psychotic Killer Bee attacks, but Needle Nose outmaneuvers him. The foot fingers fumble it away, and the isotope is safe.
I told them not to bug me.
From Playmates.
Just how drunk are we gonna get?
Welcome to Good Beer, Bad Movie Night, where each month we drink finely crafted brews while watching terrible films in order to see just how drunk you have to get to enjoy them. So tune in and join Troy.
Kilroy Kreitz.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
Dave.
I have the weirdest boner.
And Pete.
IPAs are ales, meaning they are bottom fermented. Excuse me, they are top fermented. I that up. Try that again.
As we drag Kathleen, kicking and screaming through an alcohol-fueled podcast dedicated to movies of questionable quality and the frosty adult beverages that help make them tolerable. Good Beer, Bad Movie Night. Clearly, it's the beer's fault.
Don't let the commercials bug you. We're back.
Bug you. Oh, clever.
Oh, we've been setting that one up for a year now.
This isn't the one that's been on for a year. This has only been on for a few months.
Oh, okay.
The other ones.
No,
were
weren't
the
you
ones I
supposed to
was-
reboot the show? I forgot.
I did. Someone's supposed to be working on the intro music.
Yeah, thanks,
Hey
Nate.
man, turns out I don't know how to use my phone and stuff. hard.
That's a lie. I know you know how to use. You only use your phone. You don't know how to use a computer.
That's
actually very true. You know what? Today at work, I had to set up monitors that came in without stands.
But they just float.
No, for whatever reason, they didn't send me stands with my monitors.
I
shook the box, even like a cartoon, going, well, maybe they're gonna fall out. No, it turns out they just didn't send me the stands.
Are they not screwed into the bottom of them like some TVs have?
Nope.
What?
Oh,
you have to order them.
Did you contact the company and say, "Hey, dummies, you didn't send me feet for my"?
Here's all the tools that are required: screwdriver, check; batteries, check; TV stand. Oh, damn it!
Well, tough luck.
Once again, decided I have the worst luck whenever it comes to ordering
when
stuff.
you think you have all the ingredients to make a successful job go smoothly, you're left with Stung.
But you know what would have made this movie 10 times better, and why I was really excited?
A good script.
No, gentlemen,
not Paul.
We've already mentioned
likable
it. We foreshadowed it twice now. We mentioned slugs. We mentioned that this was a party with people and food was going to be involved. So that means a health inspector would be around. And one health inspector for all of us would have been.
For all of us?
One.
Yes.
Mike Brady from Slugs.
Mike Brady. It's the only thing Nate liked from Slugs. It's so weird.
It's true, but Mike Brady lives on.
Mike Brady's
Mike
the
Brady
shit.
is the shit.
Mike Brady would have figured out the manure and chemicals thing. He would have shut the party down.
He would have dropped dynamite down in that wasp hole and blowed it all up. Mm-hmm.
Mike Brady would have drop kicked a wasp.
Oh, that just pissed.
I think Mike Brady
me off even more. What the hell?
I think Mike Brady is on par with Chuck Norris at this point, especially with this podcast. So Mike Brady, forever.
Yeah, Mike Brady would have not set off 2 nuclear explosions in Deep Star 6.
No, Mike Brady was certainly not that, but he would have figured out a way to chop off the bugs' heads.
Definitely. So, Mike Brady would have gotten $20 for that graboid, tongue.
He would have got $15. That would have been $20 easily.
So, to our listeners who are going, who the F is Mike Brady?
Go back and watch Slugs or listen.
But I need to add a little bit more to this. What the people don't know about Mike Brady is, we covered Slugs, and he is honestly the best part of that movie.
He is the highlight. He is the sexiness.
Is Mike Brady.
And this entire time,
EPA guy or something.
We have all built him into this folklorish hero in our private chats amongst each other, going, we need to bring Mike Brady back. And I have had these plans to make a theme song.
We
want to
have a Shaft-esque, theme song.
I wanted a serial TV show that we just kind of read
Mike
through
Brady.
once in a while.
EPA agent.
The problem is Nate gets so hyped that we watched this movie and he immediately goes, we're bringing in Mike Brady. And in the back of my head, I say, sounds great. In the back of my head going, no one's going to know who that is.
Well, no, this gives everyone a reason. Go back, listen to our Slugs episode, and us gush about
Always
Mike Brady.
Go back, listen to Slugs.
We did gush a lot about Mike Brady.
That's pretty much the whole episode was talking about Mike Brady.
Right.
I think you guys have said Mike Brady more than I've ever said Shout Factory or Vestron or.
I don't think so. Nope, I disagree.
No, you say Shout Factory a lot.
I love Shout Factory.
Hello, my name is Charlie Shout Factory Charlie.
But yes,
how am I supposed to reference stuff though? It's like I watched this on the disc. That
I watched this from the library.
That's
he does
forbidden.
that. I never give away my secrets on how I watch it.
Forbidden word.
Hey, who dropped the F-bomb?
Nope, you said library. That's now on the. It's on the list.
It's on the list. That's going to cost you one token
library and our library.
Are the two? Do it. God damn it!
No. Are the 2 words I'm not allowed to say?
Well, there's multiple words we're not allowed to say.
Yeah. Still a heavy PG-13. Maybe.
Yeah, I got in trouble for the Cube episode.
Yeah.
What sucks is if you're a first-time listener, you're like, I don't know what these idiots are talking about.
What are they
whatsoever.
talking about?
Who's Mike
Yeah.
Brady?
My
Why are they
first-time
going on
listener.
about other episodes?
Troy hasn't come back since Cube, I don't think.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Yeah.
I think I beat him down enough. He's like, I'm never coming back. Screw these guys. They're real jerks.
What we're doing instead of front loading the episode like Nate loves to do when there's a movie he didn't like, Pete and I are back loading this episode from a movie we didn't like. Oh,
is that what it is?
That was a bad pun. That's a bad pun. No, I wasn't letting that one slip. I think Pete took a second to realize, but
they are wasps, all right?
It took a while to drill down into the brain.
I'm going to say, though, Pete did say something earlier that now just makes it even more mad, where you were like, they're down in the ground and all. Like, why was there not a scene of, like, the gardeners that we never see again, yet their tools show up at the end, of them, like, pouring gasoline down a wasp hole, like
ladies and
people
gentlemen,
would do.
Don't do that. Ladies and gentlemen, don't do that.
But people do it.
I know, but don't do that.
And it's
Yeah,
funny
don't
when it
pour
happens.
gasoline into the ground.
In a
Mother
hole.
Earth does not need gasoline.
Shit.
Well, you
Shit will
burn
blow
it,
up.
so it's
like shit will blow up. Your yard will literally blow up.
No. You call
point.
811, and then before you dig, they let you know if there's gas. So then you're allowed to dig and throw fire in the hole.
I don't think Nate knows how this works.
I don't
Oh,
think he does
I saw the billboard.
I saw the billboard. Next wasp infestation you have, call 811. We'll come out and find all the gas lines before you blow up your killer wasps.
Right.
Yeah, you're allowed to go ahead, pour gasoline and light it on fire.
We have a billboard.
All the gas lines are over there.
Hey, knock it off. Please don't pour gasoline in your yard.
I don't pour gasoline in my yard.
I won't.
You also don't mow it.
No, I mow it. You're supposed
Liar.
to smell gasoline.
Liar,
you
I've
idiot.
been in your house. You don't mow your yard.
No, I just mowed it the other day. I swear. I put it on a lower setting too. That way I wouldn't have to mow it for 2 more.
Kill the grass. There you go. That's how
Yeah,
you do that.
exactly. If it was up to, all right, what's the deal with mowing anyway?
Shut up, Jerry Seinfeld.
I was gonna, thank you. I was just.
You're
gonna
welcome.
say-
You're welcome.
You beat me to it.
I'm just
Wasn't
saying,
gonna let that one
you
get
mow
past.
It grows back. You mow it. It just never ends.
What's the deal with lawnmowers? Jesus Christ.
You pull the thingy, it starts up, it dies. You pull the thingy again. I don't remember what it's called.
I'm actually having a better time talking about this than the movie. So let's
You're
continue.
Well, you said you had a bee story, even though they're wasps. So go ahead and share yours.
I know it's bees versus wasps. So here's my
No, that would have been a really cool movie.
That's the sequel, Bee versus Wasp.
Bee. Oh, like shark,
Stung
sharktopus
versus
and
stinger.
octopus. Or,
Yeah.
it's-
Or the
there's
boa
a stinger at the end of the
constrictor,
movie. Get it?
Python versus alligator, whatever.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love those movies. Are terrible. Anyway, so here's my beach story. My wife Jody and I are babysitting my oldest niece when she's 3, 4, or whatever, and my niece Mary is sharp. She was from day one that it was a very smart little girl.
So she's from Jody's side.
No, she's from my sister's loins, which is way better than.
Oh, she took all the good genes.
Oh,
I was just,
I took the pretty genes. She took the smart genes. So
apparently
that's-
Jody doesn't listen to the show.
no, Jody doesn't listen to anything. Anything I do here online, she doesn't listen to any of it. So it's wonderful.
She just goes, "That's sweet, honey. I'm glad you had a really good
oh,
time."
you
with
had a
the
good
guys."
time at the podcast. That's wonderful.
Yeah,
She
he's like,
pats me.
and then Charlie made a joke, and it was a really good one, and then he made us watch this movie, and we watched
All right.
Show of the Court too,
And
and
he
she's
said
like,
Shout Factory
sweetie.
17 times.
Right.
I counted.
And usually
All
he
right.
says it 18 times.
All right, here's my story. God damn it.
Continue.
We're babysitting Mary, and we're pushing her baby carriage or whatever, baby carriage, stroller, that's the word, down the alley from my sister's house to the grocery store. And in that alley are bees and wasps because people have their garbage cans out there and whatever. So as we're walking down there, Mary goes, scared. She's able to speak at this time a very, very little bit. And she's like, no, no like bees, no like bees. It's like, oh, Mary, do you know how to scare bees away that they won't ever bother you? She just looks at me with these big eyes because she can't communicate too well, but she's definitely listening. And I say, so what you say is boo, bee, but you say it, but make sure you say it fast, like boo, bee, and that's going to scare away the bees. And she just looks at me. It doesn't say anything. So, okay, Mary, are you ready? Say boo, bee, and she doesn't say it. Like, okay, whatever. So she didn't get the joke. So we go to the grocery store, we get whatever we need to, we take her back home, and life goes on. 3 months later, I get a phone call randomly from my sister. And she's like, God damn it, Pete. Did you tell Mary the booby joke? I'm like, what are you talking about? Did you tell my daughter how to say booby to scare bees away? Like, what? I don't worry. I was in Strader's, which is a giant garden.
Yeah, it's a big
it's a greenhouse
floral place. Yeah,
yeah. It's a huge greenhouse nursery in Columbus, and she's out there picking out flowers. And of course, there's bees out there.
There's bees there.
And
Yeah,
Mary, being again like 3 years old, just barely able to speak, sees a bee, and she goes, oh, boo, bee, boo, bee, boo, bee, and she starts screaming, booby, booby, booby in the nursery. And Laura, my poor sister Laura, goes, what? I don't know what to. I got to get out of here. And she hightails it, drops all of her stuff, and hightails it out of there as Mary is screaming booby to beat feet. And she's
got me beat
me
on any bee story. That's
she calls me both pissed off and laughing at the same time. That
obviously
this little girl is sharp. 3 months later, she had remembered this, and I couldn't be happier.
She was prepared for the
I
next
played
time.
on my sister. Thank you so much. All the joke gods in the world, whomever is listening, thank you for letting this happen to me. It was the best thing in my life.
That was better than the entire movie.
That's great.
That's a great one. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to bother your siblings, please teach their kids how to scare bees away by yelling boo bee, boo bee.
And send us your stories at gmambmpod@gmail.com.
When your sibling calls you and says, God damn it.
I forgot we had an email.
Oh yeah, we got that too.
Yeah, it's pretty silent these days.
I've sent you things.
I don't have access to it anymore.
You don't have access. Well, how would you know? Did you have
Charlie,
a bee story, Nate?
Oh no, Nate's got a bee story.
I do got a bee story. I got a hornet story. You know, I gotta make sure that I keep us all in line with our insects. All right.
These are wasps, not hornets.
Exactly.
I saw that on the Shout Factory release.
I'm glad you watched
a documentary on the vinegar syndrome about the differences between bees.
Well, actually, you know, if you guys would have watched the Synapse films, Restoration from 2015,
they interviewed the guys over at Kino. Come on, I can play this game too. Hey, Nate, guess what? I watched the movie. Tell your story.
Tell your story, damn it.
I was a kid, and we went on family vacation. Was always usually going down to visit family in Tennessee. And one of my aunts decided to get all the kids out of the house because I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cousins plus my little brother and me. So that's a lot of kids all in the house, basically.
That is a lot of kids in the house. Get the hell
So
out
what
of
better
the
way to get the kids out of the house and tell them to go blackberry picking in the field behind the house? That's
good work. Yeah.
One of us stepped on a hornet's nest on the way there, and we all lit our asses up. I mean, we got stung violently all over. It was all of us screaming, coming back to the house. Where, you know, it went from what probably would have been peaceful if you would just let us stay inside and play Nintendo 64 to now you got 5 kids all screaming, crying, wondering why life hurts, and that
going to the emergency
bees have
room.
nests in the ground. I didn't know that as a kid.
Yeah.
And to this
Those
day,
are my yellow jackets.
I refuse to go blackberry picking. Never again. That was my one time. I'm done. That's the results you get? No, I'll just buy the blackberry jam. It's not worth it to make it.
What about mulberries? Would you pick mulberries?
I don't know. I don't want to pick any berries, honestly. All I
It's
have
all
found
berry
is that
picking.
when you go and pick berries, bad things happen to you.
Like Jody makes you a pie.
Well, does she make a good pie? She makes delicious cookies.
Her cookies are so. Her pies eclipse her cookie baking by 100-fold.
You should
I
like invite
expect a
me
pie
over
when
for
I
a
come up.
pie. Yeah. You know what? When Charlie comes up
Charlie,
and we watch
that's
Puppet
gonna
Master
happen.
3,
That's gonna happen. I will
love
have her. We have some berries in the freezer. I will have her bake you.
I won't go and pick the berries for the
I will
pie.
make that. I will make that happen, sir.
Yeah, P&P, Pies and Puppet Master 3.
Pies
and Puppet Master 3. Pies and
Master
Puppet
Pie.
Master 3.
Puppet Master Pie.
Puppet Master Pies. P&P. P&P. Is this episode over?
It's dynamite. P&P. It's out of sight. P&P. I take my pants
Did you guys
off.
see where Disney canceled the Star
Oh.
Cruiser? I mean, I'm just trying to find other stuff to fill the air at this point.
All right.
Oh, we need to talk about the biggest slap in the freaking face.
I
this
just
movie
gave
did
us.
Let's go.
No,
I
no,
talked
no.
about Disney canceling the Star Cruiser real quick. Maybe I want to talk about that first.
On your Star Cruiser, give me back
That
my Disney podcast.
$5,000 vacation
Yes.
package that they spent all that money to build up.
That was
They're
on the
shutting
low
it
end.
down.
Yeah, because no one paid it.
Yeah,
No one
why
paid
would
it.
you pay that? What were you thinking,
No.
Because
Disney?
that's what we were all thinking.
We don't all have Paul Rudd money.
Disney was fishing and trying, and then okay.
Everyone
that didn't work.
said we wanted that, which is true.
I did. I wanted that
we
so badly.
wanted
Then
it.
I saw the price tag and went,
Right.
"Ooh,
That's
no."
how much they want to do it. Not what they
everyone
need.
wanted Coupon the movie, and then when Coupon the movie was made, no one wanted to see it.
No one wanted to buy the tickets. So, let's
That's
talk
a-
about
that's
the
a-
biggest.
that's a weird reference.
A
I
bigger
apologize.
slap in the face than Disney closing down the Star Cruiser.
That's Disney slapping themselves in the face.
And that's the end of this movie that I'm already annoyed with, but I'm at least enjoying the practical effects as we've talked about. We get to see the really cool like hedge trimmers that appear out of nowhere again. Like they set up the gardeners at the beginning of the movie and they're not even there, but the tools they used are there. Stupid.
they're available.
I hated that. So they set the big bad bee on fire. I know it's a wasp, Nate. Shut up.
It's a wasp. It's not a
Doesn't
bee.
matter. Doesn't matter.
And so we think the movie's over. Our heroes, with quotation marks, people can't see me say that, get in the van. They drive away. The wasp isn't dead. It is now on fire, which honestly, I was actually cool with. I think the giant wasp on fire chasing them down the road
Wasn't bad.
was actually really cool. I mean, it's not the best.
It's 100% CG, but it's all right.
Yeah, it works. It causes them to crash the van, which basically squishes the bug when it's on fire. End of movie. All the fire rescue ambulances start coming in. They're patching them up. We get one of the most uncomfortable pseudo love scenes I have ever experienced in a movie.
It's
And
so
it's
gross.
so
It's
stupid and made
gross.
no sense. In a movie
made no
about giant wasps killing people and being birthed out of people,
They
this
are-
made the least amount of sense.
They are covered in goo, blood, dirt, everything, and they start making out like two horned up teenagers on prom night. I took a line from Pete. And then
That was my
basically
line?
start
I'm awesome.
ripping each other's clothes off for the girl that had no interest in this
They
guy
are
the
screwing
entire
in the
movie.
ambulance.
The ambulance driver does the coy, oh, I see what they're doing, and shuts the door.
Oh,
I'm
gross.
mad at that point, and then I get madder.
For
Because
sanitary
guess
reasons.
what? Guess what, gentlemen?
Mhm.
It's not over.
Mm-mm.
Apparently, cows got stung. And now giant cow-sized wasps wearing the cow
Holstein
skins
wasps.
The skins are still attached to them, so it looks like flying cows.
Now,
Attack everyone.
I actually enjoyed that because
I
all
was
it
gonna say,
was is
No.
that means it's kind
was
of the
very
end of
silly.
the world because anything can get stung, which means mutated anything could happen. We
It
could have
was.
giant stung alligators at that point.
They were like, look,
I want that.
I watched the
Piranha,
latest
stung piranha.
Alien movie where it said that the aliens are actually dependent on what their host
What their
victim
host
is.
yeah.
And I'm like, I said, F you. I was like, this is.
The wasp was black and white like a Holstein cow. It was great.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
It
And then
made me
like you
laugh.
had the cow's head fall on a guy and he went splat. I was
Right.
cool with all that.
Which I
We
would have been
got a
fine
downer
if-
ending.
No. I looked at when that happened, I went, fuck you, movie. That's exactly what I did. This
Fair.
was
That's fair.
this was an insult. I was just like, oh, Nate's getting both barrels. I am so
I don't know. Like in order to get both barrels, I have to like adore the movie, and I don't.
You're the only one
So
defending
now,
it tonight.
all I do is I dodge it like I'm Neo, because I'm the one who never
sure
has any
anyone's-
misses.
I'm not sure anyone's defending this movie. I think
Nate's been
loving
more
I'm
on
having
the
more fun with
defending.
it because I got, a person's face exploding and it
Yeah.
revealing a giant wasp. Or I got
Yeah.
a person whose head was behind a door and a big old stinger came through their eye.
right through their eyeball. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Okay, what about the dumbass Paul who gets stung and they pull the stinger out the wrong way,
Yeah,
which
that
would
was
have made
awesome.
the wound worse and he would have died.
Was that one of
And
the
he
messages I sent
still
you guys?
wants to hump the girl in the back of the ambulance with
Well,
an
you know
open
what?
wound.
If you're gonna get horned up, I don't know what to tell you, dude.
That's just asking for an
A
STD.
young person's libido has
Yeah.
has no equal.
He doesn't need a 5-hour energy shot like all of us.
Oh no.
No, this movie
Does that work, Nate?
This is
I
5
don't know.
Wow.
I thought it was good, good bit.
I'll have to try that.
How about
For
you email
someone-
us if that works?
Yeah, GMBMAMPOD.
Let us know if 5-hour
gmail.com.
energy helps in the sack.
What if you take 2? Then you got 10 hours.
You're gonna have
Oh,
a heart
God.
attack. You're
No
gonna have
one
a heart
wants-
attack.
Nobody wants to screw for 10 hours. I
Don't
assure you.
drink 2
What
of those.
if you take 3?
No,
You're dead.
No.
Yeah.
Your,
I'm
your,
not
your
gonna do
partner,
3,
your
Eric. I'm
partner
not gonna
doesn't
do
want that. I
because
assure
then
you.
I'm just gonna be
You
like,
might think you want that, but your partner doesn't want that.
no.
Right.
I was thinking about like if I had 15 hours worth of energy shot on a Saturday.
It don't work like that.
That means that I could have.
What are you going to
15
light some
hours
candles
of
and
nonstop
draw a
playing
bath
Zelda.
and
It doesn't add up. It's
I think it
just
adds up.
all no, it's all at
what
once.
are you,
It
the
doesn't-
energy drink mathematician,
what is that word?
math wizard?
Now, look,
He went
what-
away. Charlie's
No,
never walked away before.
I know, but I got a question. What? We're talking. Are we talking
Oh
about? two
wow,
different
you
things?
got like 5, 10,
Oh.
15, 20. You got like 40 hours there.
So should we ask Jackie if it works?
Can't confirm. Don't do it. Right? I have a case of 5-hour energies in my shop. I had to
Can
get-
confirm, don't, or cannot confirm, don't.
Can
do it.
confirm. Don't do it.
Oh,
Don't. You don't.
Yeah, but if I wanna play
blood
Zelda-
is not gonna. The blood's not gonna go where you want. And speaking of blood, it's time for Rain of Blood.
I'm just curious. Any little help is I've been told is needed. Or Nate's asked me all sorts of things about.
These may be blue, but they're not the little blue that you need.
They're not the little
No,
blue
I'm
one.
not even. We are not giving hymns.com any of our, I don't know, stratosphere. What's the word I'm looking for, fellas?
don't-
I might be
I don't know.
dyslexic. I don't
Where are
know.
you-
I wasn't listening.
Strategy?
No.
What are you
Marketing?
doing?
I don't know. What are you doing? You guys started talking about 5-hour
I'm
energy
trying-
shots.
Hey, raining blood.
Yeah.
It's raining blood.
Zip it, Nate.
How's this on me?
Zip it.
You picked it. All right.
You're
did.
first. Or who's first?
Well,
I don't even know.
no, this is raining blood. I
what?
tell you how many people died.
Oh yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
apparently someone decided to go way overboard and they counted how many of the wasps and people died.
No,
So
you
we
can't do
got-
that.
I know, but this is all I got.
Okay.
guys.
Oh, all right,
There's
fair.
72 And then I found someone that was like, oh, here's how many people died, 12. And I went, that doesn't sound right
No,
either.
That's not right.
So it's somewhere between 12 and 72.
Oh, okay, fair. Or
I like
like
those
1
odds.
in 72.
No, it has to be, can't be 1 in 72.
Well, there's that.
More-
There weren't 12 people at the party, were there?
There was
Yeah,
more than
definitely.
12.
Oh,
The
yeah.
mayor was there.
All right.
So it has to be between 12 and 72,
All
not
right,
1
that's
in
fair.
72. Well, out of the 72, I'll allow Wasp deaths. Kill of the week.
Wasp deaths.
Zombie kill of the week.
I want to call it bee kills, but Nate would have
No,
a
it's a
conniption
wasp.
over there. See?
Pete, what's your kill of the week?
The cougar. The cougar is hitting on Paul, and she says something like, "Oh, you remind me of my husband. He was very fetching." And I'm like, "Ugh." Although she's probably actually my age, so I'm cool with it.
Wow,
If she would hit on me like that, I'd be like, I'm all right with that.
he backpedaled on that real
But
fast.
but as Paul as like a 20-something-year-old, he'd be like, I don't know about that. Anyway, she gets stung. Whatever. She gets stung, and she gets split in two when the wasp comes at her. Quite literally, her face splits in two, and she gets just eviscerated. It's wonderful, and it made me laugh. I clapped. It was wonderful.
I like
The
it.
cougar.
Charlie, what is yours this week?
My hope that this was going to be a good movie. That's what
True.
got
No,
But
killed.
the kills were
kill.
good. The kills were good.
Yeah, the kills were good.
The kills
except
were
for Lance
good.
Henriksen's.
Yeah,
yeah,
that
that
one
was lame.
sucked because
Lame.
you had every opportunity to do it right.
And I bet even Lance be like, "Come on, kill me, do it more, kill
Yeah,
me,
rip me in
Right.
half. Do
Yeah.
the bishop.
That's all you can do. Come on,
Do the bishop. Do the roar.
do the rock, do the
do
bitch."
the roar.
Oh my God.
This is my other problem. Like, while the cougar one is really cool, and then maybe the musician guy,
Oh yeah.
a lot of the kills were the same exact kill. You know, there's only so many ways you can burst a wasp out of someone's body. So what I'm going to go with on the one thing I felt was creative, but I wish they'd have set it up better, was the sun with the wasp coming up out of his shoulder and basically controlling him. And then the hedge trimmers come through him at the end to kill him. That whole kind of character segment there, it was interesting. It was unique. I just felt like you did it and there was no payoff. But as far as kill of the week, I'm gonna go with the sun. I think I like that one. So
Dig it. It's your turn,
Nate.
I'm
on
right
your
there
favorite
with ya.
movie ever?
No, all right, that's not on the cover of the DVD. So shut up. No, I'm right there with you.
Ouch, man.
You told me to eat a bag of dicks recently.
That's just true.
He's
But I didn't
got
tell
you
you to
there.
shut up. That's
You did that on another episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
did I? Okay.
Yeah.
Nate,
Yeah,
give us
you
your
did.
loudly.
Hey Nate, shut up and give us your rating.
I just,
No, you're killed.
On
Not your rating.
Thursday, I try to, have fun with my friends. I'm like, oh,
We're having a good
it's
time.
Thursday. I get to text my buddies and I get
Yeah.
to see their smiling faces and talk about my favorite kill. But then I get told to shut up.
Now you know how I've felt the last 3 episodes.
Well, hey man,
Ooh.
you picked 3 bad
Pick
ones. I
better
picked one
movies.
bad
Oh
one.
no.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not forget every time you've tried to say something disparaging about Doomsday that all the Doomsday fans come out and
Yeah.
put you in your
There's
place.
dozens of them in the world. Dozens of them, and they're very vocal.
Nate's found them all. Haven't found many that agreed with you.
Yeah.
I don't even think there's been one that's agreed with you. So I'll take those
I'm
dozens.
a rebel, all right?
Yeah. What's your
yeah,
kill
mine's
of
the
the week?
same as Charlie. It's a really cool kill. There's a lot of blood. The hedge trimmers, they go through the wasp, and then there's blood all over the place, and
It is.
it's a really cool practical effect. I really liked it.
Agreed.
That one, that it's a bit of puppetry that I like there. You know, imagining someone back there behind it. It was cool. Like there was parts where they did CG in the right spots where it needed to be. They
And
did
honestly,
practical where it needed to be. It worked.
for the low budget it was, I did not hate the CG, honestly.
No,
Because
I
it
thought they
did
did
the
it
smart
sparingly.
thing.
All the effects were great.
Yeah, it did the smart thing of like sparingly. It looked
Mhm.
fine. Like it looked like it blended into the world just fine.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like it didn't use CGI blood. It didn't like cop
It did
out.
it did it in a couple spots.
It did in like one big spot where the mom turned and the whole kitchen erupts in
There was
blood.
one, and then there was one or two out in the dinner party. It was really fast, which I'll give them credit, but I spotted it pretty quick because it was kind of like they didn't blend it right.
But it's one of those things where like anytime a movie can use practical and then just use CGI to kind of touch it up, like just kind of like what they did
That's
with the
the
blood in
best
this.
way to do it.
It's
Yeah.
like that's the way to go about it, and it's like
No,
big props to that one.
We'll give them that. So, all right, well, let's put numbers to this movie, gentlemen.
Sure.
Guys, it's okay. He just wanted his machete back.
Pete,
What?
what's your machete? What is it going to be today?
Are you okay there? Did you,
I
did you
forgot
stroke
the
out
word.
for a minute?
No, there was a moment where I forgot what bit we were doing. It happens
I
where my
literally
head is
played-
thinking. I
Should-
know, and that was
should
I
we
was like,
start-
all right,
can hear
which
the
ones did he
drops.
play?
I heard it just fine.
I heard it,
Hey,
but
do you
then I
wanna- do we
forgot
should we
it.
start this over?
Nope, I
No,
don't.
I'm not
Oh,
editing
I'm
keeping this
sticking
in.
to
All right,
my
all right,
guns
fair.
on this
All right,
one.
All I was
My-
going to say was normally I edit the long pauses so no one would ever know till you bust yourself out, and now I can't edit.
There
it.
are no long pauses at
That
all.
was a long pause.
Yeah, that
Anyway,
one stays.
All right,
That
the
one
wheels
stays.
in the hamster.
All right.
Ooh.
This movie has a lot. Man, this movie was so close to being great, and it just isn't.
it wasn't.
It really was. It had the location. It had the idea. It was chemicals and wasps, and a secluded location, and
Cows.
it had all the right points, and it failed in every single point, minus the practical effects or even the CG. I thought it was wonderful. So, man, if the CG and the practical effects would have been worse, it would have been like a 4. But because the effects were so good, it's a 6. It's worth seeing. Go for it. It's
Have a couple beers and go for it.
oh. This movie is definitely a beer movie. This is probably on my podcast is probably a 4 beer movie. You need 4 beers to really enjoy this movie.
All right. Well, then, Charlie, how many beers do you need?
If I was to go off of Pete's description there, and I was trying to, I watched this movie. If you guys didn't know,
Wait,
That,
we
uh,
listened to Pete as well.
Wait, you watched the movie? I couldn't tell.
I watched
Okay.
the movies, but I was also listening to Pete, and I loved how he was like, "Look, this movie had all these ingredients." Well, also I will counter with, I have legs, I have feet, I have arms, I have fingers, I have a chest, I have a face, but I don't look like fucking Brad Pitt. Okay, so that analogy doesn't work, because if you have the
got to do
ingredients,
with this,
it means if you have the ingredients, it don't mean it's going to be good at the end.
It don't mean it's going to be good. I agreed.
So
yeah,
that's
but Brad
confused.
Pitt's good.
Right, and a movie usually
And
with
Charlie
those
isn't.
ingredients are good, and Wasp wasn't, or Stung, or whatever the hell this movie's
Whatever the hell
called.
this movie is, right?
It went over your head, bud. Stop.
Yeah, it did, because I'm just still, I'm like thinking
I-
about Brad Pitt's perfect abs, those pecs, that
Stop it.
cigarette,
Stop it.
from Fight Club.
Right.
I would have said Inglorious Bastards, but we won't
Mhm.
bring
Well,
that.
that's
was a
only
good one
because
too,
it's
yeah.
recently on our mind, but
Mhm.
I kind of want to be an asshole like Nate's been this entire month.
Mhm.
I haven't been an asshole. I've just been Nate.
You have been an asshole, sir.
You-
No, I have not.
I've just been Nate, which is
It's
an asshole.
I would love to give it all the props, and this is only for the practical effects, honestly.
Yes.
Because everything else sucks. Everything else is a 0. Like the acting, the actors, the story, it's a 0, 0, 0. And like what Pete said, as far as the practical effects, I have a few complaints. So if I give that like an 8 on that, this movie's like at best a 4.5. And I'm gonna stick at 4.5. I
Okay.
don't want to watch this movie again. I would have a hard time talking to someone that I know enjoys creature features, like we've talked about, and being like, oh, then you would really love to watch 2015 Stung. No, I can't even recommend it to someone that likes the genre because it fails the genre. It fails the fan base for this. And, I'll be like, go watch Eight-Legged Freaks, go watch Ticks. Any of those are going to do it 1,000 times better than this movie.
But Eight-Legged Freaks is nothing but CGI.
Right.
Right,
And I'd
but it's
still
good.
rather, it's still good. I'd still rather watch Starship Troopers with some close-up
Yeah.
practical. But for the most part, most of the arachnids are CG in that movie. But I would definitely rather watch that movie. I wasn't even putting it up against that. I was putting it up against something that it's paying homage to, which is Eight-Legged Freaks. And I just can't, man. And they slap you in the face. They just totally don't respect you as a viewer, and they expect you just to get the joke, I guess. And I don't get the joke. So 4.5 for me.
Or it's just not a funny joke. Nate, lay it
I'm
on me,
right there
babe.
with you, Pete. I'm a 6. Like
Okay.
the practical effects, the kills, they're a lot of fun. It really is just like the unfortunate pairing of our two leads. Like if that would have just gone with the team ensemble, we would have had a lot more fun with this.
I agree with
do
that.
think watching this
Oh,
together, it would
If you had
be
a Scooby-Doo, that
a
would
lot more fun.
Such
know?
fun. And you could have leaned into the comedy with a bigger catering crew.
What would have? Well, I think what Nate's also talking is had we all been together watching this too.
Yeah. No, like
But what
both
would have
parts, both
happened
parts.
was we would have actually tore this movie apart even harder had we
No,
all
I
been
don't
together.
think so. Because like
No, I think
even like a
between
terrible
you,
movie
me, and
like
Pete.
Leprechaun in Space, Pete and I just shot the shit the whole time and had
We
fun
shot
with
the
it.
But
shit
you
and
laughed
our asses off.
at the movie.
It was at.
and
It
I
wasn't
feel
because
like
of the movie. It was
together
at
we,
the
we
movie.
would still be laughing. Like that first reveal
I gave
of
that
a
one
giant
a really
wasp
high rating. I should lower
was-
that rating.
no
But I'm
takesy
just-
backsies.
I'm
I
just
know,
saying
I know.
because if you enjoy something, but then when someone's actually sitting next to you going, "Yeah, but is it like that?" They could
Well,
have
no
done.
one
We
wants
would
to
have been
invite
sitting
the
there.
Debbie Downer to the party watching movie going, I don't like this movie. Do the bar.
I'm not
That was
coming
the
over
thing.
again.
That was the thing,
Yeah.
though, man. Is I did not go into this movie as a Debbie Downer, and that's really what pissed me off.
No, I
even
wanted
more.
this to be great.
I
and
wanted
Oh,
this
it's
movie
like,
to be
oh,
awesome.
But it's that
You're
perfect
so
example
close.
of when a
Actually, you
movie
weren't that
just
close.
It
there's-
wasn't
there's
close. That's
It
my
wasn't.
problem.
reason
wasn't.
why
It was like everything was right there on a silver platter for you to be a great film, and yet,
It had
Yeah.
all the parts to make
Yeah.
Brad Pitt, but it made John Lovitz. That's what happened.
Because
Hey.
it sucks.
John Lovitz is a very attractive man. I don't know what you got against me.
But I don't know. I will say this about. And I know we got the trash review coming up, but although I feel like we've
No,
all
we
kinda
don't.
given
I
this
couldn't
thing-
find a 10-star review.
Oh, so okay.
Well, that's
And then
cool.
the other ones were just way too many paragraphs. So like, no, we
Oh,
don't.
we're not gonna-
we
we're
don't
not
even
gonna
get a
make
trash
someone's-
review on this one.
No trash review.
And
Well,
I
then
like
I'm okay
hearing
with that.
Danny DeVito each episode. It puts a smile on my face.
Get here. You know what? I will.
I'm the trash man. I come out, I throw trash all over the ring. And then
Yeah, he
I
does.
start eating garbage. And then I pick up the trash can and I smash the guy on the head.
Oh, that's going to be a disaster.
Now we just
And-
rewind the podcast and play all of
Exactly.
Charlie's parts.
I should have played that first, but I didn't want to hurt.
That should have been
Nate's
the opener to the
That-
show.
it doesn't hurt my feelings. I got no
I think it
emotional
does, 'cause
attachment to
you're
this
being
movie.
really defensive tonight, so it's fine. A lot of personal
Because
attack.
I still
against
think that the
Shout
movie
Factory.
is at least go watch it on Tubi if you're bored.
No,
have
no.
4 beers.
Go watch Creature on Tubi. It's more fun. Go watch Cyborg.
Creature
You're
is a
not
blast.
wrong.
More
Yeah,
fun.
you're not wrong. Creature's
Yeah.
a lot better.
This is you're gonna be mad, especially if you like the genre. If you don't like the genre, you're definitely not gonna like this movie.
Oh yeah.
Because if you're not into gross out horror loosely, but you know what I mean. If you're not into that kind of movie watching, but you love creature features, this ain't the movie for you.
Ah, but
It's
the movie
just
still
gonna make
gives
you
you
mad.
some ooey gooey moments. You
It
just
ain't-
gotta
it
be
ain't- it
like,
ain't
all
worth
right,
it.
those 3 knuckleheads were right. Paul's a dipshit.
This is true.
Yeah.
That's
they
one of
could
the
just
first
be
things I
like-
said in our text stream.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to punch Paul in the face.
This movie's less than an hour and a half, too. and that's counting the credits.
I
Like,
think that's
I
a
mean,
positive.
yeah.
yeah,
It
I
was
was
a
glad
brisk
it was
90
done
minutes.
Thank
too.
you,
It
movie,
flew
for
by.
not being more than 90 minutes long.
And I honestly, I still could have cut stuff out of this movie. You know, it definitely could have happened.
Just the cellar scene. Like, I
It
could have got
been
rid of
a
that.
minute. It could have been an hour. And
You could have
15
tightened up
minutes.
the beginning of it too.
No, we had to show that Paul is really just, the lovable goofball who puts tables together. So,
But tables, right? Oh, I have so many. I can't. I'm so angry at the whole. I don't even want to talk about the catering thing. The
All right,
whole
we're
food service
done.
part.
we're done. We're done with the
we're
movie.
done
You don't have
with
to
the
talk about
movie.
catering anymore.
I know.
So I had this thought, especially after I watched this movie. For this month of May, we've kind of run the gambit of the "Gimme Back My" podcast.
That's what I
type of thing.
enjoyed about this movie, though.
This month has been a lot of fun because you have done just that. You've touched on a lot of things from the past and things even in the present that
What
feel
worked,
like from the past.
What doesn't work? How does all this come together?
This has been a very fun month. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys finished my thought. Thanks for that. I
I
literally
got
was like, I've
excited
had a
because
thought,
that's
and
why
you guys took off.
on Monday when I watched this movie and was texting you like, I'm really excited to talk about this movie. This was it, because it was like, oh, this is like the perfect example of when we talk about, does this movie give us the feeling of movies that we liked when we were younger?
Well, see,
Charlie,
I was-
Star 6, myself,
Yeah.
Trimmers, and it's like it
Yeah.
didn't. But there was elements of those movies that's like, if it could have just taken the elements that worked in those, we could have had an absolute home run here, a grand slam.
Right.
Now,
And it didn't happen.
as in for this movie specifically, you're correct. What I was getting ready to say was, as the entire month, we have started off with like what Nate said. We did Nate's nostalgia movie with Trimmers, which is a 90s movie, PG-13 even, that really a lot of people connect to. We then went into Doomsday, which was a more modern movie that had a ton of influence from the VHS era that we are finding out, much to Nate's dismay, there is a fan base for it out there, and a lot of people have a lot of fun with that movie. Deep Star 6 was my nostalgia-driven movie with, how it's kind of shaped me from an early 80s to even Steel Dawn that we've done, which while it didn't resonate with you guys like it does with me, it showed a good show of the 80s action here in a post-apocalyptic with a star-led Patrick Swayze.
Oh yeah.
And now we've done a very closely more recent movie
now
of
Nate
Stung,
picked a movie for me.
and it was also a
I don't know
cold
what you're
watch.
talking about.
With this being a cold watch, it added a whole nother level to this. So it's been an interesting month, to say the least.
It
as much
definitely
as Nate wants
has.
to bitch about it,
It's
been an interesting month.
I mean, it's been my second least favorite month of the podcast.
And our numbers aren't congruent with Nate's opinion.
I'm just saying, there's been a lot of movies I watched where I fell asleep this month. And then I'm looking at the counter going, oh, I picked the next horror movie too. And
Yep.
All right.
And I know
this
which one you picked.
I take full ownership on. See, Stephen and Leo over at Spoils of Horror just did Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2, which I think is an excellent sequel. Because of my personality, I kind of think I might like Part 2 more than Part 1 because it's
that's an Evil
more
Dead, Evil
enjoyable
Dead
to
2
watch
sort of thing.
kind of thing. Like
They're
Part
both
1 is
awesome, but Evil Dead, Evil
masterpiece.
Dead 2. Yep.
But I got to be in the right mood to kind of experience Part 1. Part 2, you can just throw on and it's a blast.
Right.
And I went, there's an unsung hero in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movieverse that we should cover.
Oh.
So we're going to do The Next Generation with Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger.
I'm all for this because
I'm all for it too.
Are you serious? Is that really the next?
That's the next movie.
Yeah. The next movie that we're actually doing, the action one, which is Pete's.
Can I get a PTO day for?
You do not get a PTO day for Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. You get to experience this. You can come over and have pizza. It's a blast.
I better get pizza and beer.
All
Son
right,
of
but
a
you still owe
bitch.
me $4.
I owe you $40 actually.
Oh yeah, you do, don't you?
I do. I do. I owe
He
you
owes me
$44.
6, but I owe Nate 4, so Pete's going to pay my 4, and I
Yeah.
only owe Nate 2, but Pete's going to tack on another 4.
I don't. What? Okay.
Yeah, no, that
Just
math
trust
checks
me.
out. I'm just
All right.
I'm
So the
waiting
next.
when Charlie
He
the
does
next-
followed that, but not my Brad Pitt analogy. That
No, I got
was
distracted
I
by his
followed that.
abs.
So
Thank you, Pete.
the next horror. God, really, Nate?
Yeah,
Texas. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm really liking this
I
because
fully support it.
this was how I felt all February. Now this is
This cube all over. You guys are going to be gushing over this stupid film, and
I don't know if gushing's the right word, but like
I'm going to
definitely
gush
gonna be
about Matthew
entertained.
McConaughey. That's
Oh,
what
he's
I'm going to gush
fantastic.
about.
You know what?
Sexy,
We're
sexy
we're,
mother.
we're giving him too
mother.
much right now. We gotta take it away.
Yeah, we got to save some.
Yeah.
Some.
You
Guys,
can
we've took
show
this
everything.
episode that should have only been an hour, and we're running
Yeah,
out. We're running out.
yeah.
here.
Honestly, if you
So-
made it this far, don't download this episode.
You're too late.
It already counts. Yeah. So
No,
you're
I
done.
I'm trying to warn them. Do not listen
Hey.
to this episode and do
How-
not listen to Near Dark.
Your
How
dark's
about
over
you just
100.
listen to the next action movie? Because
Yeah,
oh
go do that.
boy, it's going to be a hoot.
That one was a Pete pick.
That
Yes.
was.
The action movie. I picked an action movie. Mad Monkey Kung Fu. Let's go. It's gonna be.
Oh, I
so
thought it
much
was
fun.
Mad Monkeypox. I thought it was a totally different type
No,
of movie.
no, that's Outbreak.
Not Monkeypox. That's a
That's
different one.
Outbreak.
That's
That's
a different
right.
movie.
That was
Mad
another
Monkey Kung Fu.
virus movie Nate watched during the
Yeah.
Surprised I
pandemic.
didn't
The
watch Outbreak
apocalypse or
during
the
COVID.
pandemic.
It was the apocalypse. All right, everybody. Well, if you made it this far in the episode, thank you very much. If you
Oh
want
my
to continue on with all the
Thank you
chaos
for
that is
sticking
us,
around this chaos.
check us out over at Give Me Back My Horror Movies, the podcast Facebook group. Give Me Back My Action Movies, the podcast Facebook group. We are both on Instagram under both of those names. We are on TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Now we can finally say, yes, please go check out our episode on Creature. We had an absolute blast on it because we did actually record it. It's available now. Go back and watch it. It was a lot of fun. Creature is
was.
definitely treasure.
Yeah.
It's up there. So please go check us out on YouTube. Just look it up under the GMBMAHM. Yep, I think that's the right analogy.
How about this? Go follow us on one of the Instagrams, and then you
And
can
you'll
find it
figure it
from
all
there.
out.
You'll find the link there.
I do want to say, Tubi Files, one of the things that's great about it, we try to make the episodes an hour long. We interject clips from the movie itself, our reactions to it. Like, I feel like Tubi Files is that perfect example if you're wanting to throw on something to not fully pay attention to while making dinner.
Thanks, Nick.
That's what Tubi Files is. Look, I don't want people staring at my face for a whole hour. Like, cut up your tomatoes or something.
That's what
while you're
live
doing it.
streams are for. It's also live streamed, so it's uncut. It's not edited.
Mhm.
So you get all of us in our glorious. I have no gunshot to hide
Right.
the language. So please, if you have your
All
if your
the-
kids are a
Mhm.
fan of our show, don't let them watch Tubi Files. So
God, I feel bad for your kids if we're your entertainment. Like, they got Fortnite. Like, go play that. Enjoy that.
we're better than Fortnite.
No, we're. I mean, no,
We
we're
should,
not.
we should make our own Fortnite dances.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
I want to play Fortnite as a Pete skin. That would be awesome.
You got to have a really cool hat and a
And a-
delicious Hawaiian shirt. Yes.
And my weapon is a trombone.
No, it's a tuba.
I love you two. You are both my favorites.
We love you
thought
too,
You're
Pete.
both
Yeah, I thought you
wrong,
played the
and I'm going to
triangle.
box your ears, both of you.
All right, Nate, get us out of here. What's the
I'm
good
so
word?
sorry, everyone.
That can't be the good word.
No, it is. That's the good word. It's my apology to
That's the word?
everyone. Yeah,
Fine.
it's multiple words. Me saying sorry. It's all
All
Pete's fault.
God damn it.
Shout Factory.
I know where you live. I will find you and I will end you, son.
Let's talk about how I get back home.
I watched the movie.
Did you?
I think Charlie just eclipsed you in I,
think
saw
he
the
did.
movie.
Yeah.
that
He-
last
he
one.
snuck it
You
in
guys
there.
are just jealous you don't have catchphrases like I do.
Oh,
Yeah, because like
oh
if our
boy,
action
I wish
figure
I had
could
a
press the back, and it'd just be like, I back the movie. Do the run.
for a movie podcast. I sure wish I had catchphrase like "I watched the movie."
Yeah,
but
definitely.
I don't
That's
sound
the
like
zinger that kids love on their action figures.
I don't sound like John Lovitz with a nasal infection though saying it.
I like that movie.
It's
But
called
that
I
is
watched.
like, oh wait,
the
that's a
movie.
top selling, that's like when the Teletubbies were really popular and they all sounded like they were calling you like slurs. That's what that is. That's what that
I
toy
watched
is.
the Shout Factory documentary. That's what you pull.
Nate,
I'm
were
the
you
pull
brought up on
string.
Teletubbies?
No, but you remember those toys like you press it and they said like curse words?
Nate, were you what?
Yeah, that was like a thing.
Remember, we're older than you, Nate.
I was
Google
chasing
it.
girls when you were playing with Teletubby toys.
Yeah, I know. You weren't watching movies. You were chasing girls. You were
He was-
driving your hot rod with your long, luscious hair.
Polishing his tuba.
I cannot wait
Yeah.
to share my long, luscious hair with you one of these days. Yes.
Playing his
It's-
triangle.
It's your Slack picture. I've seen it with the rainbow
okay.
headband.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
It's glorious.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
My-
we're still recording.